Hello, friends. Are you ready?
What's for dinner?
I'm hungry.
Yum, 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 yum.
Delicious.
Let's go, everybody. Yay! Oh, gosh. Am I on?
Yeah. Camera, lights, action.
Vasilopita. Saint Basil's cake. New Year's cake. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Zoe's Blind Kitchen Corner. I've gotten so used to that after so long. I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart for all your support. All those who have subscribed, I deeply, deeply thank you for supporting me. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Please like and share this video. You can watch my episodes on YouTube. You can comment in the section below. You could reach me at zoesblindkitchencorner@gmail.com. You can reach me through whosblindlifeisit@gmail.com. You can also watch my episodes on Whose Blind Life Is It Anyway? You can watch them on the Whose Blind Life Is It Anyway Facebook page or on Twitter at BlindWhos. Happy New Year. May the upcoming year be the best one ever. We've been through a lot. And let's just hope that the years to come are much better with the Lord's help. And let me say in Greek, χρόνια πολλά, καλή πρωτοχρονιά. Ο ερχόμενος χρόνος να είναι ο καλύτερος με τη βοήθεια του Θεού. Σας αγαπώ όλους στην Ελλάδα, φίλους, συγγενείς και οικογένεια. Σας αγαπάμε πολύ, χρόνια πολλά. Okay, what are we making today? Today, we are making Vasilopita. Huh? I know. Vasilopita actually translates to basil's pie. It's not basil's pie, it's Saint Basil. Okay, so the story is that way back when the church was in need and the church asked for donations. People gave whatever they had, money, jewelry, rings, earrings, bracelets, whatever they had to help to support the church. But God, in his wisdom, made things go much better in the church, and they no longer needed what was given to them by the people. And Saint Basil, being the bishop of the church, basically said, it's not right for us to keep these donations. We no longer need them. We were able to find a way for whatever needs the church had. And he said, but how? Looking at all these treasures in front of him, he said, how do I know what belongs to who? Whose bracelet is this? Whose gold piece is this? Whose gold coin is this? So on and so forth. So he battled with himself inside his heart and pondered, and he said, okay, I'm going to bake a pie or a cake, whatever you want to call it. And he baked a whole bunch of cakes, and he inserted the jewelry and the coins in the cakes. And he said, he prayed to the Lord, and he said, Lord Jesus Christ, you know who these things belong to. I don't. So when I cut the pieces and give them out to the people, let each one receive what he gave as it happened. He baked the pies, he cut them up, he gave them to people, and people said, oh my God, look, my ring. Oh my God, my bracelet. Oh my God, my coin. Ever since then, this is a tradition that Greeks do every single year. We bake a cake, a sweetbread. There's different recipes and different traditions. There are people who actually do sort of like tiropita, which is the cheese pie, but maybe with chicken in it or something. There's parts in the north part of Greece, they do pies like that with the phyllo dough, and it's a chicken pie, and they put the coin in. When I was young, at some point, my mom used to do cheese pie every New Year's, and she used to put the coin in. Traditionally, most people do cakes, certain types of cakes or certain types of sweetbreads. And every year we make this on, a couple of days before New Year's. And before baking, we insert a coin, whatever you want. A penny, a dime, a nickel, whatever you want. I'm going to insert a dime because I think it's the right size. And on New Year's Day, we bless the cake by doing the sign of the cross over it. And then we cut pieces for all our family. We start by cutting a piece, one for the Lord Jesus Christ, one for his mother, the Most Holy Theotokos, one for Saint Basil, who gave us this tradition. And then we continue on, one for our home in general. And then we start naming off people. Usually it's the oldest person in the house or the man of the house. So, for example, one for Foti, who's my husband, one for me, one for my mother, one for Jeff the cameraman, one for my mother-in-law in Greece, or I don't know, whoever, my cousin in Greece, or, one for my stepdaughter, one for my step-granddaughter. So we go around the cake and we cut up as many pieces as we need, usually around, I would say, between 8 and 12, depending on how big your family is. And then you eat the cake carefully, and whoever finds the coin has a blessing and good luck for the year. So that's our New Year's tradition. And I have to tell you, since we're on the subject of New Year's, up until, I don't know, maybe the cameraman can help, maybe about 20 years ago, I would say, we didn't exchange gifts on Christmas in Greece. We didn't even do Christmas trees.
That's true.
The Christmas tradition was we would decorate a boat. I don't mean, some people did decorate actual boats, but you would have, just the way we have Christmas trees in our house, people would put a boat on their windowsill and they would decorate it. That was the Christmas decoration. And they would do the Christmas feasts. And then on New Year's, they would cut the pie, see who gets the coin. And usually the parents would bless the children by giving them gifts for the new year. So a lot of the jewelry that my mom has up until today that she came with to Canada was given to her by her father and her mother on New Year's Day. So one New Year's, maybe she got a ring. The next year, maybe her father bought her a bracelet. Maybe the next year it was money. Maybe the next year it was earrings. Whatever the case may be. The parents would give gifts to the children. And some people, not very many, unfortunately, but some people still hold that tradition in Greece. So enough with the talk, because, I could probably talk about this forever because there's so much to love about these traditions, and let's all try to keep whatever culture you come from, let's all try to keep these traditions alive. These are our roots. We shouldn't forget our roots. Modern stuff is nice, but some of the old traditions can't be beaten. Okay.
I agree.
Yeah, so we're going to bake. I have my oven preheating now. It's 170 degrees Celsius for 45 minutes. I do have Celsius on my stove, but I forgot to set it. I can't remember how to set it. There's a way for me to switch from Fahrenheit to Celsius on my stove. I just can't remember how to do it right now. My husband isn't home. He's out grocery shopping. So I translated it with Siri. I said, Siri, what's 170 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit? She said 338. I don't have unfortunately, my stove, my temperature goes in increments of 5. So my choices were 335 or 340. I chose to go 335 and just bake a little longer. So in my case, it's probably going to be about at 335 degrees Fahrenheit, maybe for about 50 minutes or 55 minutes. I am going to check on it at the 45-minute mark. Okay, the recipe actually says 45 minutes for 170. But, and this isn't my recipe. It is from a chef in Greece. And he actually makes it with hazelnuts. I'm making it with almonds. you probably could get away with any nut. You probably could do walnuts. You probably could do almonds. You could do, of course, you could do hazelnuts. I guarantee you can do it with almonds because that's how I've done it the last, I don't know how long I've been making this, 5 years, 6 years, whatever. Okay, so our ingredients. We've got 6 eggs, which we are going to separate. We've got here 2 bowls, 300 grams of sugar divided. You want 200 grams in one bowl and 100 grams in the other bowl. We've got 40 grams of cornstarch, not corn flour, cornstarch. We've got here 100 grams of ground almonds. And here we've got 200 grams of flour. And what did I forget? And here in my mixer bowl, I've got 300 grams of unsalted softened butter. Okay, so today I have my mixer in my counter. There's my oven. Hold on. Okay. There's my oven that just told us it's preheating. I'm going to use the whisk attachment. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the bowl with the butter on my mixer. This way? Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm going to attach my whisk attachment. And I've actually explained this before, but you just kind of put it in and wiggle it around, turn it until it clips into place. And mine did. I'm going to close the mixer. I've got it plugged in. I'm going to set this to low and let it beat so we can do the meringue together. So, I've got my bowl. I'm just thinking out loud. I'm thinking right now. So what we need to do is, you're supposed to put your egg yolks in one at a time, but I need to separate my eggs, which I've showed you how to do, so I'm not going to get into detail. If you don't know how to separate eggs, see tips, tricks, and how-tos. Actually, hold on. Which one looks, I forgot which one is the less sugar.
That one.
This one, eh?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to add my sugar into my butter so that every egg I crack, I can add the egg yolk into the mixture, because really that's how you're supposed to do it. So give me a second. I'm going to, let's go this way. Whoops. Let me turn off my mixer, open it up, add my sugar in. That's the 200 gram. Was this the less?
Yes.
Shoot! I was supposed to add this to the egg whites. Okay, guys, problem solving. This is how we are going to problem solve. This here is the 200 grams, which is what I was supposed to add into my butter. But I added the wrong amount. So how are we going to problem solve? Well, here we go. I'm going to grab my scale. I'm going to take the empty bowl, put it on the scale. Hello. Open it. Turn it on. And I'm going to add sugar into the empty bowl. Whoops.
78 grams.
Okay, a little more.
99 grams.
You know what? 99 grams. So that means I've got 101 grams here. This is what needs to go into the egg whites. This needs to go, your 200 grams need to go into your butter. By accident. I wasn't thinking. Okay, guys? Okay. So, our sugar and butter are in our mixer bowl. In the stand mixer. I'm going to turn it off and let's... Oh, my thing moved out of place too. Wouldn't you know it? Why is it doing that? Something's gone wrong here. Hold on a sec, guys. You know what? There's an easier way. I'm going to just put it into place. Because we're not going to need the mixer for very long. twisting this?
Did the bowl go a little bit out?
No, it's not the bowl. The bowl is, it's clipped into place. So somehow, anyways, it's okay. I don't think anything's gonna fly out of there. Okay, let's get this working. Oh, yeah, I just wanted to see if it's beating against this, but it's not, so we're good. Okay, sorry about that, guys, but remember I told you how I love to, I like it when accidents like that happen, or mistakes, because then I show you how to, what is it called? Problem solve.
Goodbye.
Okay, let's get rid of the scale, and let's get on to our egg whites and eggs. So I've got a hand mixer for the egg whites. I've got the stand mixer for the butter and, what do you call it? Butter and sugar. Okay, so I'm gonna separate my eggs. In this bowl that I have in front of me, I need to dump the egg whites. So, while our sugar mixture and butter, because I have it on low so you guys can hear me, so I actually can do this in front of you guys. Okay, one egg white is done, so you probably can't see me right now, but I'm gonna pour the egg yolk into the stand mixer. And I'm gonna grab the next 2 eggs. Okay. Oh. I hate it when it doesn't crack properly. So this eggshell cracked a little bit too. This one is big and this one is small, so it's harder to flip the yolk in, but that happens sometimes. I think we're okay. Okay, next egg yolk goes into the mixer. And again, I could have done this off camera. Whoops. But I thought this is going to be a pretty short. This just isn't my day. So this egg really crumbled on me. So this one's going to be hard to. Halas menos to toho.
No, ito ni Pecha.
Yeah. Okay. This one's hard to do because my eggshell crumbled on me. But I will do it. Huh? Yeah. Okay. Next egg yolk goes in. And it's funny because I'm just gonna get some guck out of my hands. It's funny when you dump the egg yolk into the mixer, you hear a little plop, which sighted people probably wouldn't even pay attention to that. But because my ears are so sensitive, like I hear it when it plops in, it goes plop, like a cartoon thing. Okay, how many eggs have we done? Who knows? I had them counted, so we ain't gonna make a mistake.
I'll have 3 eggs. This is this one.
I have this one plus 3 more.
2 more.
Okay. And if you can have your ingredients at room temperature. Like I've had my ingredients on my counter for about an hour, except for the butter. The butter I've had out for, I don't know, 5 hours or something like that. Okay, next egg yolk goes in. Plop. I know I did that one fast and you didn't, that's okay. Are these the last 2?
Yes.
Yay! All right. Now, I personally, it isn't my day for cracking eggs. It isn't my day. It isn't my day. Okay, hold on, guys. I need to concentrate now because I crumbled my eggshell again, and I don't want to lose my egg yolk. I think we're good. Okay, in it goes. And the last one finally. I didn't get the coin last year. Now this one is the last one, so I have to crack it on my counter or at the edge of the sink. And let's try to open this one up without crumbling it. Which, it's funny because I've done this so many times. I've done it so many times and I've never had issues, but today, it's okay. It'll work. See, this is where you have to be careful because the shell is so small. There we go. Should be okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And the last egg yolk goes into the mixture. Okay. Finally done with the eggs. Okay. So, yeah. I need my sugar close to me. I need to plug in my hand mixer. Now, I'm going to start beating my egg whites and adding my sugar slowly. And I'm not going to have you sit here and watch me make my meringue, right? Beating egg whites and sugar is called a meringue. So I'm not going to have you guys watching me for however long it takes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes. What I am going to do, pardon me, I'm going to start beating this. And it's going to get really loud in here with the two mixers going. Because I need to beat this on medium to medium high. And I need to turn up my butter mixture to high, or medium high. And that's going to make a lot of noise. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start beating my egg whites with my sugar. And then I'm going to put you on hold so my cameraman is a professional and he knows. He's going to show me beating my egg whites with a little bit of my sugar, and then he's going to turn off the camera so we can turn up the mixer bowls, the sounds, and so that I can mix my meringue. And we'll come back and continue. So I'm going to start beating my egg whites. Whoops. Hold on. So here's another accident. Today isn't my day. So I installed the beaters on my hand mixer the wrong way. So when I went to put them in the bowl, they fell apart. So I had to uninstall them and reinstall them. And now we're good. Okay, so I'm gonna... No, what's going on, guys?
I think this one...
That's how I had it, though.
Yeah, that's how you have it.
But, okay, let's try it again.
Yeah, because έχει μεγάλη τρύπα εκεί.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we got a proper clip. Okay. Hold on, because I have egg whites on my hands. Let's see. Okay, now we're ready to go. Sorry about that, guys. I told you, it's not my day. But nothing is going to prevent me from making my holiday treats, traditions, and enjoying my holidays. No matter what goes wrong, I'm not putting it down. I'm not going to frown. Alrighty. I'm going to start beating this, and I'm going to start adding my sugar slowly. Okay, guys. Our meringue is almost ready. I have just a little sugar left. I'm going to pour it in. Now, I'm going to stick my finger in. It's like whipped cream. So this is a pretty good meringue. I can feel that some sugar is not dissolved. To be honest with you, doesn't really matter. It doesn't, because this sugar is all going to melt in the cake. But I'm going to give it another few 30 seconds. So hold on. Okay, that's good enough. Now, we can actually turn off this mixer. And let's check on it. It should be all mixed and like whipped cream. It's gonna fall. Let me just stay there. I'm gonna stick my finger in. No. It needs a little bit more mixing because there are some sugar pockets, and so most of the mixture is like whipped cream, but when I stick my finger in, I can actually feel blobs of butter that haven't dissolved. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this to mix again. All right, I'm gonna get this to mix again. I'm gonna put you guys on hold because there's no reason of you watching my mixer mix for like 3 to 5 minutes to get all this dissolved. Okay, so we'll see you in a bit. Okay, I beat my mixture for another 5 minutes. It's good to go. So we no longer need the mixer. So basically your mixer is only to beat your butter and sugar, and another mixer to beat your egg whites and sugar. That's it for mixture. So I'm just throwing whatever's on my beater off. And it's like whipped cream. The butter and the sugar has been beaten on high for, I don't know, close to 10 minutes. And it's exactly what it should be like. Okay. So, let me just get what's off my fingers. Okay, so now we've got our butter and eggs in our mixer bowl. We've got the whites and sugar. Did I say butter and eggs? Yeah, butter, sugar, and eggs for about 10 minutes to get it like whipped cream. And it's in the mixer bowl. And then egg whites and sugar in the other one. And behind us, we have our flour, cornstarch, and almonds. So I've got a rubber spatula in my hand. I'm going to take a regular tablespoon and I'm going to throw a heaping tablespoon. 1, 2, 3 heaping tablespoons of egg white mixture into my butter mixture. Just throw whatever's on the spoon. Throw it off the spoon into the bowl. And I'm going to take my rubber spatula and I'm going to mix this all up vigorously. And I can hear fizzing and it's beautiful. Okay. Take your cornstarch. Nope, that's the flour. Take your cornstarch, add it all in. 40 grams of cornstarch. So we have 300 grams of unsalted butter, 300 grams of regular sugar. I'm using white organic. 6 eggs, obviously separated. Beat your 6 egg whites with 100 grams of sugar. Beat your butter, your 300 grams of butter with 200 grams of sugar. Add in each egg yolk one at a time. Beat for approximately 10 minutes. Make it like whipped cream. Now I've added in my 40 grams of cornstarch and I'm mixing. Now I'm going to pick up my flour. I'm going to add about half in. And I'm going to add in all my 100 grams of grated almonds. And the flour is 200 grams. And I'm going to mix again. I'm using a rubber spatula. I'm folding, and mixing. And I'm going to add in some more flour. And mix again. You can use your finger to see if your flour's been soaked up. Mine hasn't. So I'm going to fold, and fold. Now, before I add in the rest of my flour, I'm going to add in my egg whites. Maybe not all of them, maybe about half of them. Maybe a little more than half. I left about a quarter in my bowl. Sorry, let me, again, get everything off my hands. Okay, now guys, this is not set in stone. You can add all your flour in, all your cornstarch and all your almonds, and then add all your egg whites. The only thing I do suggest is that you add those 3 tablespoons of egg whites into your butter mixture before flour and all that stuff, just to, what's the word I'm looking for? To thin out the mixture. And then add in everything. And now fold over gently and stir. Fold over, turn your bowl. Fold over, turn your bowl. So now basically we've almost added everything in. I'm going to add in my last portion of flour. Okay. It's all in. And I'm going to fold and stir. Fold and stir. Fold and stir. And you keep doing this gently. You don't want all that beautiful meringue to lose the air, because that's what's going to make your cake nice. And we're going to add in the last egg whites. Everything in. And I'm just using my hands to throw in all the egg whites into my cake. Okay. I'm using, and I suggest, oops, a little bit more. I'm using an aluminum pan, and I suggest that you do use an aluminum pan, not a non-stick. Okay? I can't guarantee the results if you use a non-stick pan, because I find that when baking with non-stick, I've said this many times, non-stick seems to make things burn, and they're darker and they're just not right. Some people are really good at converting things and saying, I'm going to use a non-stick pan, so I'm going to bake it for less time, or I'm going to take the temperature down, or whatever the case is. I hate doing that. I am lucky to have stainless steel and aluminum pans. And the one I'm using today is actually my mother's from like 40 years ago. Okay, so I'm just scraping the sides of the bowl right now. And I'm going all the way underneath and bringing the stuff up and pressing down. And we're almost there, guys. Our oven is preheated. Oh, butter and flour your pan. And a good trick is grease your pan well. I greased with unsalted butter. And I put it in the fridge for 5 minutes so the butter can harden on my pan. And then I dusted it with flour and I tapped out the excess. So I'm going to stick my finger in now to see what's happening. And it feels pretty good to me. Okay, so just leave this aside for a second. I have a dime in my hands. I'm going to give it a quick wash, even though, just with soap and water, even though I'm going to wrap this in tin foil, I'm still giving it a wash. I disinfected it with Lysol. Not that it matters because we're washing it. Okay? All right. I'm going to dry it really well. And when you dry it, make sure no paper towels left on it. Okay, it's pretty dry to me. Okay, and stay there. I'm going to grab some tin foil. Just a piece, a scrap of tin foil. You're gonna put the dime in the center of your tin foil and fold over once. Fold over the opposite way. Fold the sides in. Both sides. Now there's a lot of excess. Cut it off and throw it out. And I'm just turning all the edges in. It's a dime wrapped in tin foil, okay? So, take your pan. Where's my pan? Here's my pan. I don't know how many inches this is. This isn't 9 inches. It's probably about 10 inches, I think. It's probably about 10 inches. It's an aluminum pan. It's an old-fashioned pan. I want you to obviously put all your batter into your pan and spread the best you can. Use your rubber spatula to smooth it out and spread it out. And again, I can hear it plopping. So I'm just pushing it out of my mixer bowl with my spatula, and I can hear it plop, plop. Whew, my hand. Okay, let's even this out as best we can. So just gently run your spatula, make circles. If you want to use your hands to help you, go right ahead. Okay, I need to get whatever. Now I'm going to use my hands because listen. Did you hear that plop? That's stuff falling off the bowl in my hands. We're almost there. You're never going to get 100% of your batter out of your bowl, I'm telling you right now. You're always going to have a film left. Come on. Sticky stuff on my hands. Okay, I'm getting the last of it. See how much I got out? Okay, one more scrape of the bowl, and we're done. Okay. And I'm just actually, right now sorry guys, you know what's happening? I'm really hot and I'm trying to talk at the same time and I'm out of breath. So what I'm doing now is I've picked up the spatula and I'm wiping everything off the spatula. Okay. Because for me, it's easier to do with my hands. So I'm just pressing down lightly. And I know some is going to stick to my hand. That's okay. Pressing down, pressing down, pressing down, pressing down. I think it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Guys, please don't worry about this. Okay. So, we've spreaded it as much. Thank you. Yes, I lost a little bit of batter on my hands. But really, guys, it's about a teaspoon altogether. Maybe a tablespoon. So what? Believe me, your cake is still going to turn out. Okay. Give your pan 3 taps. 4, whatever. Shake a little. We tap it on the counter to get rid of any air bubbles. Pick up your coin. Don't put your coin in flat. Put it in standing up vertically. Pick a spot, not in the center. Somewhere between center and edge of pan. And insert the coin in. Push it in until you can no longer see it. I forgot to, there is another trick and I forgot to do it. I'm not going to scoop it out now. You can also sprinkle your foil wrapped coin with a little bit of flour so it doesn't sink to the bottom. And I forgot to do that. And you should do that. Does that mean this is lost? No, because the coin is not visible. The cake is going to bake. Maybe if somebody looks on their piece underneath, they'll see it. But you see, by that time, they have it on their plate and they know it's their piece. So who cares if they can see it? That's the point. You need to find the coin. Okay? So I'm going to bless this in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. St. Basil. Oops. Hold on. I got a little bit of batter on the outside of the pan. May St. Basil give us his blessings, and may he intercede for us always. See, everything that could go wrong today went wrong. Okay, I'm going to bake second level from the bottom. So I'm going to, my oven is preheated. I'm going to put this in the oven. Hoo-hoo hot. I forgot my mitts. Is that pretty centered?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In it goes. We're going to set the timer. 45 minutes. Timer's working. We tested it. And it's time for me to clean up and do other stuff. And we'll be back when the cake is baked. And you guys know how to test a cake. Take a toothpick, or I never use a toothpick. I use a butter knife. Insert it in the middle. If it comes out clean, you're good. Now, in this cake, because it's got ground almonds, if you put your cake in at the 45-minute mark and it comes out just with a few almond crumbs, but nothing wet, then your cake is done. Okay, so see you in 45 minutes. Okay, guys, we're back. So just like I said, because I didn't bake at 170, I baked a little touch lower. So in other words, I baked at 335 degrees Fahrenheit instead of 338. Because my stove doesn't have the 338 capability. That means my St. Basil's pie, Vasilopita, took 50 minutes. I have a beautiful, beautiful glass cake tray. It's on a pedestal. So there's a pedestal and then the tray, just like the ones, for those who were sighted, you used to see these in diners. But this one is much prettier because it has a design to it as well. I'm just going to wipe it to make sure I've washed it. But you know what? You never know, right? Okay, so I have this beautiful cake pedestal, and I have a butter knife. I've got my cake on a wire rack. It's only been out of the oven for about 10-15 minutes. So I'm going to run my butter knife, just in case it looks like it doesn't need it, But I'm going to run it around the pan. And I don't think it needs it. It just goes right beautiful. But let's just make sure. Okay. A little piece fell off. That's okay. Okay. Take a plate, dinner plate. Put it on top of your pan. Now, can I do this? Because this pan is really hot. So hold on, let me grab. That was me doing a Zebekia. That was me doing a circle in my kitchen because I went to grab the gloves, but I thought if I used the kitchen towel, it would be easier. So I got the dinner plate on top. I'm going to flip all at once, and it all fell out. I'm checking the bottom of the pan, and at the bottom of the pan, there's no coin. Can you actually see the coin? I don't know because I'm blind. You can't. Cameraman says you can't. Okay, but it doesn't matter. Even if you could see it, the cake is upside down. So now I'm going to put the cake stand lightly on top and I'm going to flip again. Now it's on my cake tray. Okay? I'm going to let this. We no longer need the kitchen towel. We no longer need the St. Basil's cake. Ooh, there's a little break there. I hope we can't see the coin. So when I went around with the butter knife, I ended up breaking a little part of it. It's okay.
You're good.
Do you think the coin is there?
No, not at all.
You can't see it, can you?
No.
But then there's a break there. It could be there.
It's breaking on like a bubble.
Yeah. But you know what? It's okay. Came out really good. Ooh. Now, if you have a few little breaks, like I just got one, who knows from what, don't worry about it. When this cools down completely, you're going to ice it with sugar. If you're good at making marzipan, which is really almond paste, and you have a piping bag, and I'm blind, so I can't do it, okay? You would write the year on the cake. So, for example, 2023, 2024, 2025, whatever year you're making this for, okay? I'm not going to make the marzipan. I'm just going to ice the cake, and my husband, with a knife, he's going to just sort of swirl the numbers into the icing sugar. And sighted people apparently can see it. So he takes a knife and he'll write 2023, for example. And you'll be able to see that. Okay? And I will come back and show you the cake when it's cooled with the icing sugar on top. Give you my best wishes. And we'll talk in the new year. So, see you in a bit. Okay, guys. We're done. We're not even in the kitchen anymore. So, our St. Basil's pie or cake is done. Vasilopita. You'll see it in the description box. Vasilopita, St. Basil's pie. It's done. It's ready to be cut. My husband's going to do the numbers when he comes home. Okay? If you have, like I said, if you have somebody or you know how to do marzipan, and which is just really almond paste, and you have enough vision that you can pipe the numbers on, go ahead. Or get a sighted person to just write 2023, for example. Okay? Which is what we're going to write this year. So, that's it for our cake. I will let you know in the description box, or maybe on a future episode, we'll see. I'll let you guys know who got the coin. So just happy New Year to everybody. Χρόνια πολλά σε όλους. Καλή χρονιά. Ευτυχισμένο το νέο έτος. Το 2023 να είναι το καλύτερο ποτέ. May this year be the best one ever coming. 2023 better be the best year ever. With the Lord's help, I'm sure it will be. Happy New Year to all of you. I love you very much. Σας αγαπώ πολύ. When I say things in Greek, I'm just repeating what I'm saying in English so my family can understand. And I will see you guys on the next episode. I love you. Happy New Year. I am your host, Zoe Fiogos, with sincere love and gratitude. I thank you for watching Zoe's Blind Kitchen Corner.